Hi, I'm Philip Beyer. Do you find yourself frustrated when a system or a process you've implemented in your business fails miserably, so you give up and you go back to the way you've always done it? We hear from business owners on a regular basis who tell us, we tried implementing process controls, but we can't get our people to use them consistently. Now, during a webinar we hosted, an owner we'll call Bob told us that he had hired an expert to help systemize his company. Now, the expert apparently had extensive experience writing SOPs, that's standard operating procedures. He had compiled a bulky binder of documents, which Bob thought only added more frustration to their work. Trying to keep up with so much documentation had proved impossible. Bob told us he himself had won an award for a system he had written in FileMaker Pro, and at some point, even that system failed to be sustainable. With no little frustration, Bob said, "Philip, I've tried everything to keep our systems running with very little success. And I'm still bogged down in daily operations and still working long hours to keep our company going." Now, the answer we gave Bob and everyone else plagued with failing business systems is, you need another system. That's right, another system. Because there's a gap, a hole in your overall methodology. Folks, now we ran into the same brick wall when we began systemizing our former printing company. But the difference between us and others who quit and returned to their old ways is we never gave up, because I saw too many successful businesses running like a Swiss watch and the owners were free from daily operations. If they could do it, so could we. And I wanted that freedom, and I found it. First, we had to find a way to monitor non-compliance when someone failed to use and follow standard operating procedures correctly. Well, we did find it. We did find a way. It was a system to monitor all systems. Now, you're probably thinking, that sounds complicated. Well, it's not. It's strange when owners or managers discover that a system has stopped running, but will fail to ask why. Why do employees stop using systems and processes like quality control, preventive maintenance, and a host of other workflow processes? They'll even admit we use them sometimes and sometimes we don't. Are they lazy? Yeah, when it comes to procedures, but that's not the problem. Are they forgetful? Absolutely. We all are. Are they rebellious? Well, unfortunately, some are. But the real reason people stop using operating procedures is simple, really. There's no method, no system in place to prompt an employee to action. And when you leave any action up to memory, people will forget. Everyone must be accountable to all company systems, and not performing control procedures for quality of product and service should never be an option for employees. But you must have a system that prompts the employee to the action you desire. Do you think the airlines would allow pilots to stop using step-by-step takeoff and landing procedures and let each pilot decide if it was even necessary? Do you think they would wait until a plane load of passengers are killed to find out the pilots had stopped using procedures months ago? Well, that would be absurd. You can bet your life on it, and we do. We trust the airlines have systems that prompts pilots to actions. And some of these systems are simple checklists. A company must create a culture of quality of product and service in all operations. And without a system of prompts, quality will never be consistent. One of the beautiful things about systems is they allow people to manage themselves. And when employees discover they don't need someone constantly overseeing them, they buy in big time to systemization. Now imagine for a moment you have implemented a quality control system with detailed checklists for every key process in your workflow, and then you get a call from your salesperson who just received a call from an angry customer about an error on their job. Okay, you know something went wrong with the quality control system. So you start looking for what happened, the root cause, and eventually you discover that one of your employees failed to do their quality checklist. In most companies, the employee is told, you know what, next time you need to be more careful, and that's the end of it. In fact, in the majority of companies, a quality control system is non-existent, other than owners and managers personally overseeing the start and finish of jobs and services because they are the quality system. However, if the same company was using a corrective action system like the System Buster locator, the error would have been completely documented. Then the employee who made the error would sign the corrective action document. This document records the fact that the employee failed to use the system correctly, which really means they failed to do their job. Now, after signing one or two of these documents, employees know a system of follow-up is in place and the employee will comply consistently. Now, I've seen this work time and time again. Only the rebellious will continue to try to get around compliance. And do I need to tell you what should happen to those rebels? One of the key systems designed to keep up with all procedures, policy, preventive maintenance, and assets is the employee daily routine. It is the system that set me free from daily operations and a host of other hats worn by most owners. It's the best system I've seen for delegating responsibilities and tasks. Now, those are all mentioned in detail in our book, System Busters, How to Stop Them in Your Business. An employee daily routine checklist can be used to prompt for random spot checks on key systems, plus a host of concerns normally carried around in the owner's head. Oh, did I mention great systems work? They really do.
A mellow, my mellow, I ain't got you, but girl, I got your name. Haunting me and calling mellow, my mellow. The dusty prairie wind, I'm calling your name. Just a call